morning, students. Students, we are continuing with chapter number 8, or you can say the first chapter of your second book, that is accounting for share capital, and we are moving towards its end. This is our second last topic which we are going to discuss today. So let's recapitulate the points or the topics which we have discussed till now. Initially, we have learned how to issue the shares. I mean, on what basis we are issuing. We are issuing it at cash basis, and means cash, we are getting cash while issuing, and second one, issuing the shares for consideration other than cash, right? So when we issue it for cash, we provide shares to the subscribers, we allot shares to them, and we receive money. Second method is in consideration other than cash, means we have purchased certain assets from the people, and instead of paying cash, we are issuing shares to those ones, right? So this process is called issuing the shares for consideration other than cash. All right, then we have learned issuing the shares at par and issuing the shares at premium. Okay, now issuing the shares at discount is not in your syllabus and it is not allowed. Fine. Then we have learned where to use this security premium reserve money. Section 52 is meant for that. We can utilize this money for section 52 only. All right. Then we have initially we have learned, means the number of shares which we are allotting, public is subscribing exactly for the same number of shares. But in the real life, the probability is very less for this, right? So gradually we move towards the real life, and we have issued the shares, but the subscribed number of shares are different. Sometime we may have under subscription, sometime we can have over subscription, right? Under subscription means the number of share which you want to issue, public has asked for less number of share, okay? And over subscription, let's take an example. Suppose you want to issue 10,000 shares, okay, and public has subscribed for 9,000 shares only. So this is the condition of under subscription. All right. Vice versa, if you want to issue 10,000 shares of any company, but public has applied for 15,000 shares, so this situation is called over subscription of the share. Fine. Now problem comes, how to allot the shares to the shareholder. The different problem arises in front of the company. So company has three alternates for this. The first one, company rejects the extra application, as we can say 10,000 wanted to issue and it got 15,000, right? So company has an option to cancel or reject these 5,000 extra share, okay? Second alternate is pro rata basis. Company can allot, these are the applied number of shares, and allotted 10,000 share to the people. Means you have 15:10 ratio, or you can say 3:2. Means those applicants who has applied for 3 number of share, they have been allotted 2 shares only. So this was the pro rata. And the third one, combination of these two methods, like total number of applied shares were 15,000 and allotted were 10,000. Okay, so we have allotted 10,000 shares to the applicants of 13,000, and remaining 2,000 applications you have rejected, right? And you did not allot anything. So this is your third case where you take both the combinations of first and second rejection and or pro rata, right? So here you have used both the methods. So this one is your pro rata and this is rejection. So this we have discussed. All right, students. Now we have talked about the pro rata. Pro rata means partial allotment. And remember one thing, this partial allotment comes when you have oversubscription. This doesn't happen under the under subscription case. Fine. Then we have issued on the pro rata basis. Now the reality comes, which we are facing in the real life, that some of the applicants, they don't pay their money. We have due the manual allotment and first call, and they don't pay. So this we have learned. We have learned how to show the calls in arrear and calls in advance account, right? We have learned how to show. Then we have learned how to forfeit the shares. Okay, forfeiture, we have two conditions of the forfeiture. The first condition where they have paid the premium money. Second one, when they don't pay the premium money, so we forfeit the shares. Okay, after that we have learned how to reissue the forfeited share. Okay, so because company has cancelled the share capital, it is not reissue, I mean it is not issuing, but it is selling the share. So this is called reissue of the forfeited share. So this we have learned, right, in the previous class. So in the previous class we have learned reissue the forfeited share, and there we have learned the initial stage where we are reissuing all the number of shares, the number of share which you have forfeited, the complete number of share you have reissued. Okay, so let's talk about it. Where is my duster? Is I have to look for the duster. So students, suppose you have forfeited 500 shares, and in yesterday's class we have reissued the whole number of shares, right? All the shares you have reissued, right? And in this case, whatever amount we have in the forfeiture account, that is means after adjustment, we adjust it on the discount, so after adjusting on the discount, means if you are reissuing the shares on discount, so this forfeiture amount has been adjusted on that. Now another question which we have discussed is how much maximum discount can be offered by the company. So that is the amount which we have in the forfeiture, right? Means we have a right to utilize the whole amount of the forfeiture, not more than that, right? So maximum discount can be given equal to forfeiture account, the amount we have in the forfeiture account, not more than that. So today we are going to learn that if we don't reissue the whole number of share, okay, then how to deal. Fine. Suppose I have issued only 200 shares out of that, or 300 shares I have issued out of that. Then how do we pass the entry? Okay. So for this, let's take one example. So like you will learn and you will be completing the example also. Let's take illustration number 51. Okay, so this is telling that ABC Limited forfeited 150 equity shares of rupees 10 each, issued at a premium of rupees 5 per share, for non-payment of allotment money of rupees 8 per share, including premium of rupees 5 per share. Okay, now the first call of rupees 2 per share and the final call of rupees 3 per share. Out of this, 100 equity shares were reissued at rupees 14 per share. Fine. So just understand the question. It's telling that ABC forfeited 150 share. Okay. Total 150 share and the face value is 10 rupees and the premium was 5 rupees. Okay. So we have to mention it. Number of shares 150, okay, and of rupees 10 each, and the premium is rupees 5. Okay, so this we should know. And it's telling for non-payment of what they didn't pay, non-payment of allotment. So we have to prepare a table. So this is helpful. Application allotment. So non-payment of allotment money, that is 8, including premium of rupees 5. So we have 3 plus 5. 3 is the face value and 5 is the premium. And further, the first call of rupees 2. First call we can write 2 rupees, and final call is also of 3. Okay, so that way they have given the table. So let's find out. 3 and 3, 6 and 2, 8. So application money is not given in the question. As I have told you, we have to find out ourselves. If this is 8, then application money is rupees 2. So this way we have completed the table. 10 plus 5. Alright. So 10 is the face value and 5 rupees is the premium on that. Okay. So they have forfeited the share for non-payment of the allotment money. The first call of rupees 2 per share and final call 3 per share. Out of these, 100 equity shares were reissued at rupees 14 per share. Means reissue सारे नहीं किए. 150 you are going to forfeit and you are reissuing at 14 rupees. All right. So non-payment of allotment, first call and final call. He didn't pay anything. So as usual, whatever we have learned till now, let's start it. Share capital account debit. What comes in the share capital? Whatever you have due. So here we have due the complete 10 rupees. We have asked till final call. Okay. So 150 share into 10 rupees. This is 1500 we have asked. Okay. Now to share forfeiture account, and whatever they don't pay, that come by its name. To share allotment account, to share first call account, and to share final call account, right? So we have written it like this. So let's see one by one. First, it is telling non-payment of allotment money. So here it is not mentioning that this is on the pro rata or what. So it is not on the pro rata. We can see the question, right? It is quite visible. So 8 rupees on allotment is not paid by the person. Remember students, 8 rupees is including 5 rupees premium also. 3 is the face value, 5 is the premium. So 8 rupees is not paid by. And I have told you, when he doesn't pay, then we have to show. उसका नाम announce होगा ना prayer में. So we have to show, highlight it. But if he pays, so that will not be shown. Okay. So what comes in the forfeiture? Whatever he has paid. What he has paid? Only 2 rupees. Okay. So on 150 share, he has paid only 2 rupees. So 300 rupees comes in the forfeiture. And what he didn't pay on allotment? 150 into 8 rupees. Okay. So this comes 1200. First call, that is 2 rupees only. It's 300 again. Okay. And final call is of rupees 3. So this is also 150 into 3. This is 450. Okay. So let's do the total. Here we find 2250. Okay. And in debit we have only 1500. Why is it so? The difference is because of premium. Because in allotment we have taken 8 rupees, that is 3 plus 5. Okay. And here we have to show the premium because it is not paid. Security premium reserve account debit. 150 into 5. So this is 750. Alright. Now just do the total. 1500 and 750 is come 2250. We can see that debit and credit is equal. So your question is correct. Alright students, so this way we have forfeited the shares, which is not new for you. We have already learned in the previous classes. Now second number comes of reissuing the shares. The question is very specifically clearing that he has issued only 100 shares out of these. So it's telling out of these 100 equity shares were reissued at rupees 14 per premium. Okay. So 14 rupees per share he is issuing. So it is understood that the face value was 10. And if you are issuing at 14, that for what? You have asked 4 rupees extra. This is your premium. Okay. So that is the normal thing. Bank account debit. 100 shares you are reissuing at 14 rupees per share. So you have 1400. Okay. Bank account debit to share capital. I've told you students what goes in the capital, only face value goes in the capital. So you have 100 into 10 rupees. So this is 1000. Fine. And 4 rupee, the extra over the face value is termed as premium. So this is security premium reserve. 100 into 4 is 400. Alright. So this way you have 1400 debit and 1400 credit. Alright. Now it's very important students. So let's remove this one. Now the important thing, students, in the previous classes, we can see that this was the forfeiture, and if we use this forfeiture somewhere, we adjust that and the remaining amount of the forfeiture we transfer to the capital reserve, right? But in this question, we didn't use the forfeiture because these were issued at premium. So we didn't utilize the forfeiture. That's very good. It means the whole forfeiture will go to the premium reserve, capital reserve. No, it is not like that. Just remember, those shares which we have reissued, the decision has been taken regarding those shares only. Okay, and we can find out the gain or losses regarding to those shares. Fine. So this forfeiture is regarding 150 share. Okay. So let me find out the proportionate amount of the forfeiture. Well, on 150 shares, if I have the forfeiture amount is 300, then on 1 this is 1 by 150, and if it is 100, okay, so this comes 200. All right. So 200 rupees is your forfeiture amount regarding 100 shares, and this you can calculate according to per share also. We can see here forfeited 2 rupees per share. ठीक है, आप per share निकाल लें, so you don't have to calculate this. So 100 shares it is reissuing, so 100 into 2, that is 200. Fine. So you can do the calculation this way also. Now you have 200 in the forfeiture and we have reissued these shares. That means the decision has been taken regarding these one, and we didn't utilize anything from this forfeiture. So the whole 200 rupees can be transferred to the capital reserve. So your entry will be share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. Okay, this is 200. All right, students. So this way we have completed the question. Only this was the new point. When we don't issue the whole number of forfeited share, means partly share we are reissuing to the public, so we have to calculate the proportionate amount of forfeiture, and we just check what we have utilized out of that. So remaining amount we transfer to the capital reserve. So let me take one more example, so this will clear something more and you will understand better. So let's take illustration number 54. Okay, 54. It's taking all kind of conditions. So 5 cases are there. So all kind of things will come in front of you. Well, this is telling Complete Solutions Limited forfeited 500 equity shares of ₹100 each, issued at 10% premium, on which allotment money of ₹30 per equity share, including premium. Okay, and first call of ₹30 per share were not received, right? The second and final call of ₹20 per share was not yet called. So we have to prepare the table. It's telling that 500 shares it is forfeiting, and the value of one share was 100 rupees, and the premium is 10%. 10% means 10 rupees is the premium. Okay, so the value of one share is 110, 110. We have to prepare the table. What is on application, what is on allotment, what is on first call, and what is on final call. Okay. Now the question is telling that which allotment of ₹30 per share, issued 10% premium, on which allotment money of ₹30 per equity share, including premium. 10 rupee premium was included in the allotment, and this was of 30. That means 20 plus 10. Okay, 20 rupees was on the face value of allotment and 10 rupees was the premium amount. All right, and then first call 30 rupees. Okay, and final call is of 20 rupees yet not made. So we have 70 rupees till now. So this table is telling that how much you have called on application, that is 30 rupees, right? So this way we have completed the table, and that is very important because amount of forfeiture you can find out with the help of this table only. Means the amount is paid by you is application money only 30 rupees, so you can forfeit. Now further it is telling students pass journal entry regarding forfeiture and reissue of shares in each of the following cases. So we have to pass the common entry of the forfeiture first of all. So let's pass the entry of the forfeiture. Okay. So we do share capital account debit. What comes in the capital? Face value. Whatever you have credited at the time of issue will be debited. So we have 500 shares, and how much is credited, students? 30 and 30, 60 and 20, 80 rupees we have credited. So this is 4,000. Okay. 2 share forfeiture account. 2 share allotment account, and 2 share first call account, because we didn't ask for the second call. Okay. So it's telling that which allotment money 30 per share including premium and first call 30 per share were not received. So what he didn't receive? He didn't receive allotment and first call. Okay. Allotment is including 20 face value and 10 rupees premium. Remember students? Okay, this time you should not take more time. So premium is not paid. So we will be showing at both the sides. We will be showing in the debit also, and we will be showing as a part of allotment also. So I can write security premium reserve. Okay. So this is 500 into the premium amount is 10 rupees. Okay. So this comes 5,000. So here it was 40,000, okay, not 4,000. Now forfeiture, what comes in the forfeiture? Whatever you have paid. What you have paid, only application money is paid by you, 30 rupees, okay. So 500 was the share, and 500 shares, 30 rupees on application. So 15,000 you have forfeited, alright. Now whatever you didn't pay, that come by its name. So allotment, 500 shares into what is an allotment? 30 rupees. Means we take the premium part also. This is 30 rupees. So this is also your 15,000. Alright. Now what comes in the call? First call में क्या आएगा आपका? 20 rupees. So 500 into 20 rupees. This is your 10,000. Okay. Here we have. Sorry student, this is first call is of 30 rupees, right? I have taken the final call. So first call is of 30 rupees, so we have to show 30 rupees, and that comes 15,000. Alright. So here we have completed entry. You should check the debit and credit. So the debit is 45,000 and credit is also 45,000. Fine. So here we have completed this forfeitures entry. Now the important thing starts. The first condition is telling you have reissued only 200 shares out of this, okay? These were 500 in number, fine? So before doing anything, let's find out the proportionate amount of the forfeiture. Proportionate amount, how to find out? This is, 30 rupees per share. Either of the method you can adopt, either 30 rupees per share or you can calculate the things. Fine, so 200 shares you are reissuing and 30 rupees per share. So this comes 6,000 only. Okay? So ये 6,000 हमें ध्यान रखना है. This is the amount which we have in the forfeiture regarding reissuing the shares. Fine. Now 200 shares we have reissued as rupees 80 paid up. Students, focus on the language. As rupees 80 paid up. Called up and paid up means your share capital. 4 rupees 90 per share. ठीक है? 4 rupees 90 means आपने कितने में issue किया? 90 में. So what comes in the bank? Bank account debit 200 shares into 90 rupees में आपने issue किया है. 18,000 comes. Fine. Now bank account debit to share capital. What comes in the share capital? Whatever they have given. They have called up 80 rupees only, and here also we have, we know that 80 rupees has been called. Fine. So 200 into 80, it is 16,000. All right. Now we can see that 80 rupees वाला share आपने 90 में issue किया, 10 rupees profit is there, and that is your security premium reserve. 200 into 10 is your 2,000. All right. You can see that debit and credit is equal. Fine. So here we have reissued the shares. Now what is the important thing? Again the same thing is there. We have to see either you have utilized this forfeiture or no. So we can see these were already reissued at premium. So question doesn't arise to use the forfeiture amount. Right? So the whole amount will be transferred to capital reserve. And the entry is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. This is complete amount, whole amount 6,000 we have transferred. All right. So this way we have completed the first one, and second it is telling if 200 of these shares were reissued as rupees 80 paid up, 4 rupees 80 per share. Okay. So all these conditions will be like that. So let me take one more illustration where we are utilizing this forfeiture account, right? So these conditions which we have in this illustration number 54, this type of question we have discussed in the previous class also. Only the point which you have to keep in your mind while doing the question is what means in forfeiture we have 6,000 and you will think accordingly. All right. So let's take one small question. Yes, illustration number 52. Let's talk about it. So illustration 52 is telling Alka Limited forfeited 300 shares of rupees 10 each, fully called up, held by RAM for non-payment of allotment money of rupees 3 per equity share and first and final call of rupees 4 per equity share. Out of these, 250 shares were reissued to Shyam for a total payment of 2,000. Past journal entry for forfeiture and reissue. Okay. So 300 shares were there of rupees 10 each, and no such premium is given, so that's easy. Non-payment of allotment, so let's prepare the table. Allotment is 3 and first and final call is 4. First and final call is 4. So this is total 7 rupees. Okay, so the face value is 10. So what is in the application? It's 7. So 3 we have in application. This we can sort out ourselves. Fine. So let's forfeit the share. What happens here? We have due the whole amount on the shares. We have asked for the whole 10 rupees we have credited in the share capital. So share capital account debited. 300 shares you are going to forfeit according to rupees 10 you have credited, so you will debit it now to share forfeiture account. What goes in the forfeiture? Whatever you have paid. What you have paid? 3 rupees you have paid. Fine. So the number of share is 300. 300 paid. You have paid 3 rupees only. So 900 you have paid, which goes in the forfeiture. And whatever you didn't pay, that comes by its name. To share allotment. That is also 3 rupees per share. So this is 900. Okay. And then to share first and final call, that comes according to rupees 4. Okay. So we can see here the total is 3,000 and here also. So this entry is correct. Alright students. Now we have to reissue. So it's telling 300 shares were there and he has reissued 250 shares. Okay. 250 shares to Mr. Shyam for a total payment of rupees 2,000. So this kind of question also we have done. Bank account debit. Here they didn't mention what amount they have issued for per share. Okay. But the total amount they have given for 2,000 rupees they have issued. Right. And as we know that these were the fully paid up. So bank account debit to share capital. and they have given a number of share to us. That's not a problem. It's telling that you have issued 250 shares. Okay, so 250 share face value made 10 rupees, so you have 2500. Is that clear, students? Are you understanding? Bank account debit 2000, we have issued it for 2000, and what comes in the share capital? The face value 2500 into 10. Okay, this is 2500. Now can you see the difference? Your debit and credit is not equal. Why so? Means here we have issued these shares for some less amount, right? So that is your discount. And from where we cover the discount? Discount is covered from forfeiture. Okay. So share forfeiture account is debited by the difference amount, that is 500. All right. So here you can find out the amount per share also. This 2000 is divided by 250. So that comes that at what price you have issued. That means how much you have received on the forfeiture. Number of shares. Next one. Here we have reissued. Now this is the time to transfer the amount in capital reserve if we have something. So the first step I have told you, we have to find out the proportionate amount. Okay. In forfeiture right now I have 900 rupees, but that is related to 300 shares. Okay. So you have two methods. You can use the equation ki 300 pe 900 kiya, then 1 pe and then 250 pe. Otherwise you can calculate according to per share. 3 rupees per share you have forfeited. So I have reissued 250 share. So I will calculate the amount 250 into 3 rupees will be the forfeiture. So I have 750 rupees in my forfeiture account regarding the reissued shares. Alright. So what I will do now? 750 was there, and how much is used by you? 500 is used by you. So this 500 you have used. Okay. You have the remaining amount is 250 is remainder. So this is the final decision regarding these shares, right? That 250 is your capital gain on these shares which you have forfeited, and you have reissued at discount. Still after writing off this loss, okay, writing off this discount from the forfeiture, still you have something remained, that is 250. Okay, so this will transfer to the capital reserve. Your entry is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. It's 250. All right, students. So this way we have completed this question, and that's all in today's class. That was the topic where we have reissued the forfeited share, but not the complete number of shares. Partly reissued shares we have reissued. Okay. Now the next one which we will be doing, that is last but not least, and for this I have to give you 2-3 classes, at least 2 classes I have to give. That is forfeiture of shares under pro rata category. Although this is not difficult at all, if your concepts are clear, nothing special we are going to do, but I have to take 1 or 2 questions of this. Means you have forfeited the share which you have issued on pro rata basis. So what will be its effect? Its effect is pro rata basis means you have applied for the more number of share, but you are being allotted less number of share. So definitely you would have applied for more number of application. Fine. So you will have some extra applications, and the money which you have paid on extra applications, that is with the company, and company will be adjusting this money on further calls, means allotment. Okay. So if you don't pay the allotment money, still company has a little part of the allotment of yours which you have paid on extra applications. Okay. So how company adjusts this amount, right? And at the time of forfeiture, how to show the forfeiture amount and rest of the amounts, right? So these all things we will be doing in the next class. Fine. So students, we have completed one more method. The last method is remaining. I tell you, till now I was giving very less number of questions for the homework, but now you will have, after tomorrow's class, you will have number of questions to do. and that's your responsibility to complete all these questions. And wherever you feel any problem, you should ask me. If you do the questions only, then you will face the problem. If you don't do, you will not face. And you will find in the different questions, we have the different kind of things, the different methods they have taken, different kind of statements are there which you have to understand. All right, so please be attentive, okay, and put some more efforts in your studies. Your exams are heading nearer, and this chapter is a part of your midterm syllabus. Okay, so study well. Thank you.